Welcome again guys to my channel. So in this video I'm going to talk about authentication in Laravel 8. Well, when Laravel 8 came, it came with a lot of changes that many people were actually confused. For example, in authentication, they introduced another package called Jetstream. So initially we were used to just doing when scaffolding we were just generating auth in a very simple way, and then they introduced the Laravel UI package where you had to install that package first for you to be able to do authentication scaffolding. Laravel 8 now it has come with another package called Jetstream, which is more robust. Okay, so the thing with it, however, is that it is actually confusing. It comes with a lot of files. For example, this project here, I did the authentication with Inertia. That is, you install Jetstream and then you can choose whether you want to use. I chose to use Inertia, and you can see these files. For example, if we do JS, we go to the JS folder, get Jetstream. There are a lot of files here, and if you go to layouts, also have a lot of files. Well, for somebody maybe who may not be familiar with Vue, it can be a bit confusing to customize that project. So I'm going to talk about how to do the authentication without using a Jetstream. Okay, well, so there are two ways you can do this. When they introduced Jetstream, a lot of people were complaining about the removal of the Laravel UI, and they had to upgrade the Laravel UI to version 3.1. If you go to Laravel documentation, you find that the initial version was Laravel UI 2.4, but due to the complaining by the community members, they had to upgrade it to Laravel 3.1 so that it can be used in Laravel 8. So that is one of the way you can still do it. Another way is using the Fortify Laravel package. So let's look at how it works, and let's begin with the Laravel UI. So the very first thing is to install Laravel project. You can just go to the Laravel website, then move to the documentation and the installation. Of course, there are two ways you can install the Laravel package. First, Laravel installer, and you can just install directly using this. That is what I'm going to do. So I just copy that link, and then after that I navigate to the terminal, just paste it. So instead of below, I just do auth demo like that and hit enter. So that is going to install the latest version of Laravel, which is Laravel, I think 8.4 now. Alright, now that the project has been installed successfully, if we move to that directory, that is auth demo, and list files. Okay, let's just open using VS Code like that, and maybe just let me just do PHP that is unserved. So these are the project files of the new project. If we move to the resources folder, you have the CSS, we have the JavaScript, the views. So inside the views directory, as you can see, we have only this welcome.blade.php. We don't have any other file apart from this. Okay, so meaning that there's no authentication scaffolding as at now. So you can use Laravel UI, where you just go to the Laravel documentation, then you have front end. Let me use Laravel 7.4, then front end scaffolding. So as you can see, you will not get that front end scaffolding using Laravel 8 point whatever, because it was removed. The Laravel UI was removed. But due to the complaining by the Laravel community, they had to upgrade to version 3.1, that is the Laravel UI version. So with Laravel 7, let's just use Laravel 7, and if you will get front-end scaffolding, where the first thing is to require Laravel UI. But now don't just require Laravel UI 2.4, just copy this up to here. I think let's copy that, and then you can let's first look at that project, see how it looks like. And so this is how the project looks like. As you can see, it is serving welcome.blade.php, and there's no scaffolding, no login, no register. Okay, so we've not implemented the authentication, so let's do that. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to do it using the Laravel UI, and then after that we are going to see how you can use Fortify. And why should you use Fortify when you are used to Laravel UI? And the reason is that of course you are looking at the future. The future of Laravel is they will be using the Laravel Fortify. The Laravel UI package is going to be totally removed. So it is good to prepare for the future by using Fortify for authentication instead of Laravel UI. So let me show you using Laravel UI. And the first thing is just to install Laravel UI package by doing composer require Laravel UI. So let me stop that and paste that, and let us install the Laravel UI package. So we have installed the Laravel UI package. So now to do the UI, you'll have to choose either using Bootstrap, Vue, or React. And to do it with together with authentication, just come. You can use this one here. Let me, for example, use Bootstrap. So if you want to use Bootstrap in the front end, you can use this. If you want to use Vue.js, you can use this, and if you want to use React, you can use this. So in my case, I like using Vue, but let me use a Bootstrap for demonstration this project. Let's copy that, go back to the terminal and paste it. So it's saying it has been installed successfully, so you can run npm install and npm run dev. So after doing that, we just run npm install and npm run dev or npm run watch. So let's do npm run dev and see. So npm install is going to install all the packages that are required by the Laravel UI, the front end, all the npm packages. Okay, so it takes some time, so let's wait, and when it is done, I'll come back. Well, now all the packages have been installed, and if we go back to the project, if we go back to the project uh, files and refresh, you'll find that in views we had welcome.blade.php. That was the only file that was there. But after running that, we now have layouts, we have home.blade.php, and then we have the auth directory here. Okay, so meaning that these files have been added. So if we go back to the browser and refresh, if we refresh again, okay, let's run it first. Let's just stop this and run PHP artisan serve. So if we refresh this again, you are going to see login and register buttons added here. So meaning that you can now register here. So the first thing we have to do is to do PHP artisan migrate. Let's just do, well, we have to link a database. So we have to create a database. So let me just go to .env file, then database, and just do demo, and then user route like that. So let me just save that, go back to the browser and create that database. And we call it demo, so you have to call the database demo here and click on create. So demo database has been created. So after that, you can now you can do PHP artisan migrate, so that you can migrate the tables to the database. So all our tables have been migrated to the database, and if we refresh, you'll see the tables. We have failed job migration user. So after that, we can now log in. So let's register first and then try to log in. Okay, we have to turn on the server again. So we have now registration, register page, and we also have the login page. So here I can just do, and then I can use an email. And there we go. We have registered successfully, and we have our details here. The same way we used to do in Laravel 7 and the lower versions. So we can log out and we can log in again. And there we go. So that is the first way. The first way is where we have used the Laravel UI package, which was being used in Laravel 7 and the lower versions, but of course it will be removed. You have to prepare for the future, and that's why I told you that you have to install to use Fortify, because that is the latest Laravel version for authentication. So if we go to Fortify documentation, you find you have the Fortify documentation. You have this is the official documentation. You have how to install it, and for this I've just done a new project, and I've called it auth demo 2, and here it is. We have installed it successfully. So the first thing I'm going to do is just to cd into auth demo 2 and hit enter. So you can open that. Let me just close the current one, and you can open that using VS Code. Now what we're going to do here is to, of course, this Fortify package is only used for backend. It is only used for backend. It does not give you the front end. So they know that you will have to write front end for yourself. That is the login form, the register form, the reset password form, and any other like two-factor authentication. So what we are going to do here is to use this for the backend, and then use the Laravel UI front end file to give us the front end, the front end. For that is the login, register, and reset password, and other others like two-factor authentication if you want. Well, so we have moved into this directory, and if we do, let's do PHP artisan serve. We first have to stop the server here, and as you can see, we have installed a new project, and it has taken us to how the initial Laravel project, that is Laravel 8, looks like. And if we look at these files, resources, you find that in the views directly we only have this welcome.blade.php. Now let's set up Fortify for authentication. So the first thing you have to do is to install the Fortify package, where we'll just go to the Fortify documentation and copy this. Let's stop the server first. So after installing the package, the next thing you have to do according to the documentation is to publish this to the to publish. You just copy this, and then you paste it on the terminal, and it's going to publish all the files that comes with Fortify. So after copying that, let's go to the project, paste that and hit enter. And as you can see, it has published these files. So after that there is this you run php and migrate, but of course for you to do this you need to have a database connected. So let's connect the demo database again. So we'll go here and then you just replace that demo, that is the database that we created, and save. So after that you can run php artisan migrate. It has migrated whatever. Okay, so after that we have to register this. We have to use this to register this class in Fortify in app, in the config app. So just go to the project and then search for app, and under providers, under application service providers here, just include that Fortify class, so that one, and then of course like that, and save it. After doing this, we have to go to the provider and we have to add some functions there. So let's just look at Fortify service provider. Fortify service provider, and here we have to add a few things as described in the documentation. So let's go to the documentation and show you. So the first one is the login view. We have to include this so that you can tell Fortify where a login view is, or what the login view will be. So just take that and paste it here. And you have to do that with this two-factor authentication. But that is not in the Laravel UI. So let's just not use that. Let's just remove that. Register here. Let's use that. We'll use register. Reset password. We'll use that. And then email verify. Then confirm password. I I think for now that is the views that we need. Those are the views that we need to enable. Okay. So after doing those, after doing that, of course, now this is only the backend. It is not going to change anything in the front end. It is not going to create the register files. We have to create these routes here. We have to create the routes. So I said that we are not going to create these ones. We are going to use the ones that are provided by the Laravel UI package. And for us to do that, you have to do another project and install Laravel UI and copy those files and transfer them to the new project where you have used Fortify. So let me show you. So let me run page partition serve here and see. So we have register here, and as you can see, if you try to click on it, it will tell you that the view is not found. So we have to actually get that view. And for us to do that, I told you that we are going to copy from the previous project. So let me just open the previous project. So here we are going to delete we are going to delete the resources and public folder, and you're also going to delete package.json and webpack.mix, because we are going to use those files that will come from the previous project where we had installed the Laravel UI. So let's just delete them. Public resources, package.json and webpack.mix. So let's delete them. So it's refusing to delete. So I'll delete it from the reason why it is refusing, I think, is because the server is running and using the files. So let me try to delete again. And we have deleted them. So let's go to the previous project. We called it auth demo here. And you have to copy those files, that is the public resources, package.json and then webpack. You have to copy them and go back to auth demo 2. Of course, that is the project that we installed Fortify, and paste them there. And after doing that, we are finished. We are done with it. So if we go back to the project, let's run again PHP artisan serve and refresh. So if we click on register, we are going to be presented with the register view here. And if we click on login, we are going to be represented with login view. So now in the backend, we are using the Fortify package, which is recommended by Laravel 8. And in front end, you can create your views or view files, or you can just In this case, I used the Laravel UI view files. That is the login, register. Forgot. I think I don't. It did not come with the forgot password. Did not. I don't know if it comes with it, but you can create that if you want. You can create your own. You can create your own view for resetting the password. So thank you so much, and let me know in case you want me to do a video on any other thing. Laravel, PHP, JavaScript, Vue.js, and React. Those are the technologies that I deal with most. So in case you want to know anything or me to do any tutorial on Laravel or on those, let me know in the comment section, and let's meet in the next tutorial. Thank you so much.